Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Broncos and the Colts, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky for so many guys on the roster. It's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. Here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On first down, it's White. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, right back to White. Down the sideline, inside the 25. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Mechie, the man in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll be 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Now, a handoff to Eckler. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. He'll work forward for a couple. Micah Hyde up to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Eckler. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. To throw is Nix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will tie the game at 3 apiece.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So the drive will end there, and on comes Tresway to punt on 4th down. Hunter Renfrow deep to return. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. Room to run at the 30, and they're finally going to bring him down. It's a 1st down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free.
Still 1st down.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. Open man. That's Amari Cooper. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards. He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that'll set up 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by White. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one knocked away and incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
That's the 1st-round rookie out of Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Now, this looks like a design run. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
So, a field goal apiece here in that 1st quarter. All even on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 6-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they'll run it for the first time with the veteran out of Florida State, Dalvin Cook.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Thompson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To throw is Thompson. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Thompson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Thompson to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, Thompson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Thompson. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same.
And he's in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, it kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Thompson. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Cook. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
That's just a great job defensively, Mike. Here's a chance they have to get off the field. They sell out for the run. They know it's coming, and they're able to force a 4th down.
And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's Milton. That one is caught by Quez Watkins. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's complete to Watkins. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun is Milton. That one taken in. Touchdown, Broncos. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Broncos offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Carter is the motion man. Throwing on second down is Milton. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good. And the Broncos add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he'll take this to about the 28. Jaden Hicks on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense and Jaleel McLaughlin head back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the gun, here's Milton. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Try and throw with Milton. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Broncos are going to extend their lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. That one hauled in. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's good for another Colts. and goal at the 9-yard line.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts are back within 2 scores.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Carter on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. To the left side, and Adams has it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air, it's Milton. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Mike Tirico. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Cook gets it out of the pistol. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Thompson. Third down and 9. To throw is Thompson. And that is incomplete.
Wow, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Milton. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. On 2nd down, here's Milton. Working free downfield. That's Polk. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Now Milton. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Thompson. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now, Thompson. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Thompson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Thompson to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Indy.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Colts are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Joshua Clay to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun is Milton. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. To throw, it's Milton. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jalen Polk that time. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Milton. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one is caught by Shepard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he'll be taken down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Cook. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Thompson now to throw. He's got his big tight end. Taysom Hill. Touchdown Colts. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Carter on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Milton. Oh, they've left the tight end wide open in the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ready, set. Now a run on first down. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 7 and 4.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Milton. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Colts offense ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Taken down number 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw. This one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Cook. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
So that
reversed.
challenge, a successful one. Throwing, Thompson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at other...
And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Broncos 33. Joshua Carty to kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Carter on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Milton to the air on 2nd down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
A nice play here by Jalen Polk, and here's a guy we saw in 2023, Mike, his last year in college, really have a career year in both catches, yards, and touchdowns. He kind of jumped and burst onto the scene. He can play inside, he can play outside, he has great hands, and sometimes even when he's covered, you can just throw it up, and he is about as good of a jump ball winner at the receiver position as there was coming out of this draft class.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To the air, it's Milton. That one on target, and Polk's got it. 2nd time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Milton. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That is called in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now Milton. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Denver. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now, Thompson. The catch is made by Claypool. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. A run up the middle with Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Thompson. That's caught by Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
On the carry, it's Cook. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Thompson to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun is Milton. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A run here. It's McLaughlin. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
And now it's decision time, Mike. And I'll tell you, this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. The question comes down to, do you trust your offense to put this game away and come up with a 1st down? Or do you punt the ball back and say, okay, defense, let's not give him any good field position? It's a big decision right here. I can't wait to see what he does.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Colts offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that match. This is 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal is not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Thompson now to throw. And that ball incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Here's 1st down. To throw is Thompson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
and that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
And they're going to get him down right at the 25. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos as they start things out with a victory here in the 1st week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.